on Monday Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli to form a new government after the latter submitted his cabinet's resignation. President Sisi assigned Madbouli to form the new government from experts and distinguished cadres who will work on achieving a number of targets on top of the preserve national security in light of regional and international challenges. At a meeting, President Sisi told Madbouli the government would continue in charge till the new government is formed. The presidential assigned the government of building the Egyptian citizen as a top priority in regard to health, education and in regard to enhancing political participation in addition to the files of security and combating terrorism. Foreign Minister Sameh Shukri said Monday Egypt is clear on rejecting an Israeli presence at Rafah border crossing between Egypt and Gaza Strip. Speaking at a press conference with his Spanish counterpart in Madrid, Shukri also called for Israel to accept the current proposal for a Gaza ceasefire, saying that Hamas' initial comments were positive. Details follow. Foreign Minister Sameh Shukri, Egypt is clear on rejecting an Israeli presence at the Palestinian side of Rafah border crossing between Egypt and Gaza Strip. Addressing joint press conference in Madrid with Spanish counterpart José Manuel Albaraz, the top diplomat renewed emphasis on the need for a ceasefire in Gaza. He added that all states should commit to international law, warning continued war makes the region vulnerable to dangers of peace and to the use of force instead of diplomacy means. Shukri stressed that Egypt will continue extensive efforts towards a ceasefire in Gaza, asserting that a two-state solution is the way to put an end to decades-long conflict and hailing Spain's recognition of the Palestinian state. Over the upcoming Egyptian-European Economic Conference, the top diplomat said Egypt looks forward to Spanish participation at the conference, which is due in Cairo later this month. For his part, the Spanish Foreign Minister hailed Egypt's support to Palestinian cause and said Spain shares Egypt's efforts to establish permanent peace in the Middle East. Albaraz welcomed Shukri's visit, saying that Egypt is the first Arab states to sign a peace agreement with Israel, and that the establishment and recognition of the state of Palestine will help provide peace and stability to Israel. Foreign Minister Shukri arrived in the Spanish capital on Sunday and held expanded political discussions with Albaraz on latest developments in Palestinian cause, Israeli genocide war in Gaza and support to international drive to recognize a sovereign Palestinian state. The talks also tackled bilateral ties between Cairo and Madrid. The visit came days after Spain, Ireland, and Norway officially recognized a Palestinian state. Egyptian military cargo planes took off overseas accompanied by fellow countries as part of international coalition from Jordan towards Gaza Strip to carry out airdrop operations of tens of tons of aid in areas that are hard to reach inside the Strip. This comes in continuation of Egyptian endeavors to stop war inside Gaza and stop deterioration of the Egyptian humanitarian conditions, and working on allowing humanitarian aid with enough quantities to safeguard people, and underscoring Egypt's support to Palestinian cause to face pressure it faces to push the international community to shoulder its responsibility to face Israeli aggression on Gaza. Palestinian Health Ministry said at least 40 Palestinians were murdered in fresh strikes by the warplanes artillery in the last 24 hours. The new martyrs included 11 people, including 3 children and a woman, in Israeli raids in central Gaza on the 241st day of Israel.